fellow Americans, this will be my final address. If you can hear this, you are our last line of defense. If Washington falls, our nation will follow. Division agents, our future is in your hands.
Explore a transform Washington, D.C. with the sequel, Division 2. Hello, and welcome to Gamers Among Us. This is the Steel Grizzly, bringing you another spotlight. As you guessed today, we're looking more into the upcoming game, The Division 2, set to be released March 15th, 2019. Made by the team from Ubisoft, it is set to be playable on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Picking up where we left off from the previous game in the series Division 1's Apocalypse. Instead of the dreary dark landscape of the snow-covered Washington, D.C., we move into the summertime. With the Division 2, we see new skills, enemies, and introducing raids, introducing more variety in the missions and the challenges that you will see. Bringing in new progression systems with unique twists, shocking innovations that offer new ways to play. The campaign, which I personally believe is what makes some games great, has wisely been included with the next installment, as well as co-op and PvP will remain. Looking first at the Dark Zones, they are a way to explore unique areas of the city that have not been touched for months. These regions provide player versus environment versus player experiences where anything can happen. There are 3 different Dark Zones, the East, West, and South. Each Dark Zone can host up to 12 players, and instead of like the old Division, the Dark Zones will sometimes drop clean loot. Essentially, this means you will be able to equip it immediately instead of having to get the equipment airlifted out, which also means you will avoid the risk of another player stealing that equipment you sought so hard to get. Though, sometimes you may want to be that player that steals another's loot. Well, you can get up to varying levels of mischief from that simple act of stealing from another player or attacking another player, which will cause you to be set to a disavowed status. What this means is you're marked with a red icon that other players will be able to see, essentially marking you with a bounty the more players you end up killing. To help counter people stealing from you or protect yourself when you have a bounty in the Dark Zones, the Dark Zones now offer more protection from the previous installment. Turrets are near the doors to protect players from being ambushed the moment they come out into the Dark Zones. As you progress in the game, there will be occupied Dark Zones, which essentially means any friendly fire is on and there won't be rogue markers on other players to let you know if they may be good or bad. Well, you ask yourself, what else is new with the Division? Is it worth moving to this game over the first game? Well, let's give you some background first. The Division was set in the midst of a social collapse triggered by poison money. The Division 2 is set in a city trying to rebuild and recover from this collapse. The previous game, as we said, was set in the winter, 7 months after this bio attack. Since the Division is set after the previous game, that is why we're in the summer, and due to this, there is a 20% increase in the world compared to the previous Division, allowing you to be in a more open world environment with much larger areas. The Division 2 is still set as a third-person cover shooter with leveling and loot, as you can see on the video. There are new weapon archetypes, like a sniper rifle, or a grenade launcher, or a foam gun that freezes a player in place until another player can shoot them loose, and even including specialized crossbows. Once you completed the campaign and reached level 30, you can start collecting these signature weapons, though to help make the game leveling harder, enemies will also have access to these new weapons and gadgets. We mentioned being able to use specific weapons when you reach level 30. Well, you can also activate a new specialization for yourself. We have the Survivalist, Demolitionist, and Sharpshooter. The Survivalist will let you use those crossbows, and you can control your surroundings using traps or other icons. The Demolitionist allows you to use the grenade launcher, which can clear out enemies in entrance positions. Last, the Sharpshooter allows you to, access a sniper rifle, which, as you know, can snipe things. Additional new features include being able to call in NPC reinforcements during battle. You can help out a survival settlement, and once you do, you can then call in mobs of these survivors into battle. They may not take out a ton of enemies, but it can come in handy as a distraction for you to flank. Also, you get additional gadgets to help combat enemies. So far, as we've been shown, there is the Seeker Mine, which locks onto the closest enemy, then seeks them out with a fiery explosion. the assault drone, which can be controlled remotely, shooting down on unsuspecting enemies, the chem launcher, which can shoot explosive gas to splash on enemies, while also shooting nanobots out to heal team members. And last, we have the Wasp Hive, which can launch a mass of tiny drones that can be targeted on one specific enemy. Another really awesome feature is, as we mentioned, the Division 2 new raid system is going to be incorporated. Fully fledged raids never made it to the first division, which made up for it with a smaller scale incursion. In comparison, the raids have boss fights with your specializations being incorporated, an RPG style system, shooting system, and 8 players working together in a group to defeat those bosses. The raids will be late game content for those hardcore players and as such will not immediately launch with the game when it comes out on March 15th. A great plus for the raid system is that it will be free and not part of any paid DLC, or like the previous game's incursion missions which were part of a paid DLC. The raids will be called Operation Dark Hours. As of now, the details do remain somewhat scarce besides it being the 8-player meetup and free-to-play with the main game content. This is definitely a huge plus in our book and will bring in those hardcore players. Additionally, there are some new features we will see that you can set up, and that is clans in the Division 2. Clans can include up to 50 different accounts. You'll get membership ranks and be able to do projects with your clan, special progression, and experience points. You can also have up to 2 different voice channels that are specific for your clan, which allows you 25 players on each channel. Don't know where to start to find a clan? Well, you'll be able to seek out a clan that's best fit for you and what you're wanting to play as. Different types of clans can accommodate your region, language, if you prefer PvP, or more of a PvE focus. Even sometimes the time of day they're most active, and even if you're a more hardcore player. You can also determine if you want to accept people blindly by being open, or be more private, or you could be letting in just the select few with an invite only. As a clan, you can work together to get weekly rewards which are scaled by bronze, silver, and gold. All players within the clan get the rewards if you hit those targets. Last, there are 4 ranks in each clan. First, the commander, obviously the leader, lieutenant, agent, and recruit, clearly with levels of control decreasing as you get to the lower ranks. This game definitely has a ton of changes from the first game while retaining much of the look and feel of the previous game. As of now, thankfully, we have heard this game will not include a Battle Royale game, and I do stress it will not include a Battle Royale game with these new features. I really do hope that this helps with your decision on whether or not you would like to purchase this game on day one, or wait for other players to get some more experience playing it and see what they say. Regardless, this game looks like an awesome inclusion in the Division series, and we do look forward for its release. Thank you for watching our Gamers Among Us Spotlight. This is the Steel Grizzly, letting you know if you'd like to help the channel out, please leave a like, comment below on any new games you'd like us to review, or if you wanted to know more information on the video we just published here. And last, click that subscribe button and click that bell icon. This really does help the channel out immensely. If you would like to reach us outside of YouTube, we'll leave our Twitter, Facebook, Discord, email, and Reddit information down in the info tab. Once again, thank you for watching. This is the Steel Grizzly signing off and wishing all of you good luck on your future gaming.